Hi, everyone, and welcome to our ongoing video series for food and beverage industry companies. This industry is recognized worldwide, and for this reason, there's a huge opportunity for food and beverage companies to export their products or to expand their exporting activities to new foreign markets. Now, based on the products that you currently export, as well as the markets that you currently export to, your target markets may vary. Nonetheless, according to the Foreign Agricultural Service, or FAS, here are the top export markets according to their export value. China's at the top of the list as the US's top export value market with over $35.9 billion in exports. It's also the world's #1 agricultural importer. What's more, the composition of China's imports are now rapidly changing as well. Whereas it used to be more bulk commodities, now we see a more resurgence in higher value consumer-oriented products entering China. The biggest challenges facing U.S. agricultural exports are increased competition from other suppliers, as well as the ability to meet the increasingly diverse Chinese import needs. As ag businesses may already know, in 2020, the U.S. and China signed the Economic and Trade Phase 1 Agreement. This agreement lays out structural reforms such as intellectual property, foreign exchange, technological transfer, agricultural, etc. The Phase 1 agreement also makes a commitment by China that it will make substantially more purchases of U.S. goods and services. The agricultural sector in particular stands to benefit from this. This agreement supports the dramatic expansion of U.S. food, agriculture, and seafood products, increasing U.S. farm and fishers as well. A multitude of non-tariff barriers to U.S. agriculture and seafood products are included for meat, poultry, seafood, rice, dairy, horticultural products, seed and animal feed, pet food, and products of agricultural biotechnology as well. All in all, this is good news for food and beverage companies looking to export to China, but be careful as China is still a complex market, and there are a variety of different regulations that you must follow in order to be successful behind the Chinese firewall. Second place is Canada, and third is Mexico. Canada represents $29.4 billion in total export value, while Mexico is sitting at $26.6 billion. But interesting enough, the growth rate of Mexico more than doubles that of Canada. The updated trade agreement between the US, Canada, and Mexico, signed as a USMCA in 2020, further strengthens this relationship and leads to easier exports of food and beverage industry companies. Canada is the largest destination for US exports of high-value agricultural products, with a 25% market share and a value of US $17 billion. Consumer-oriented agricultural products include foods that are typically used in restaurants or sold at markets. These high-value exports support over 130,000 jobs in the US market, and many of these suppliers are small to medium-sized enterprises. Due to the high level of disposable income and the growing demand for high-value, quality products, Canada in particular represents the largest overseas market for US high-value, consumer-oriented products. Canada and Mexico in particular represent a fantastic opportunity for new exporters because of the familiarity between the two markets, as well as the USMCA trade agreement. Trade between the USMCA is facilitated by geographic proximity, common culture, languages, easy travel, etc. There's a familiarity with and confidence in US products that has led to an increased demand of these high-value products to Canada and Mexico. Japan ranks 4th as a US agricultural market with a total export value of $15.6 billion. In 2020, the US-Japan trade agreement entered into force and committed Japan into providing substantial market access for US companies by significantly reducing tariff barriers. Since implementation, nearly 90% of US agricultural products now enter the market either duty-free or with significantly reduced tariff barriers. Finally, in 5th place is the EU. The United States has historically run a trade deficit with the EU in the agricultural sector. For example, in 2019, the deficit was $12.2 billion. The ability of US agricultural exports to really be successful within the market has been hampered significantly by tariff barriers, increased competition, as well as regulations. These constraints to US exports, as well as increasingly more imports by the EU, have led to the largest US trade deficit in terms of the agricultural sector. Nonetheless, the EU represents a stable and reliable trading partner, so it should not be overlooked. Within the EU, the food regulation is largely harmonized, which means there's a very strong potential for reaching the full 28 members of the EU and approximately 500 million consumers. At IBT Online, we have online global programs designed specifically for ag businesses that are looking to expand their exports, sales, brand, and business online and globally. Please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we hope that you enjoy this video. Thanks.